Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday, December 12th SIG Release meeting. My name is Jeremy. I'll be the host today. Before we get started, just a reminder, this meeting is covered by the CNCF and Kubernetes Codes of Conduct and will be recorded, so it will be available on YouTube. If you'd like to not be on the recording, go ahead and drop off or turn your camera off. With that said, we'll go ahead and get started. Does anybody want to volunteer to be our note taker today?
I can give it a try.
Okay, thank you. And would anybody like to introduce themselves? We generally like to start these meetings off by welcoming new. If you'd like to come off of mute and say hello, we'd like to welcome you.
Hey, my name is Marvin. I'll just start and introduce myself. I was kind of hoping for someone else to introduce themselves so I can see how people are doing it. But anyway, I am a software engineer and team lead at Kuberentes, and I would like to learn more about SIG Release. I've been doing some release engineering or the release management at our company, and well, I want to see how the big leagues are playing and hopefully contribute some to the Kubernetes SIG release in the future.
Welcome. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right. With that, we will jump into our release engineering updates. And does anybody want to volunteer to lead this section?
Yeah, I can do it. I like some
Go ahead.
notes.
I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to cough.
Patch releases. The general update for patch releases is that we have the next series scheduled for the next week, which is Tuesday, December 19th, Tuesday. And with that, the cherry pick deadline is Friday, December 15th. Don't worry, we will take a look at all your cherry picks. This is also your chance to merge stuff to master because the code freeze is supposed to end tomorrow after the release if everything goes well. So you will have a day or two to get your PRs merged, unless we run into some problems with the pool or stuff like that. I hope we will have not that many PRs that will break Prow. But yeah, fingers crossed. Go updates are almost done. We are basically missing the only one PR, and this is to update the publishing bot rules. I guess we might wait for the release to go out so that we don't merge anything with master, since we already did bug stages. I guess I will prepare a PR and put it on hold, and then we can merge it tomorrow after the release. So yeah, and one more update is that this patch release series will not include v1.29.1. This release is scheduled for January. Do we have any questions for patch releases? Okay, I will take that as a no. Speaking of OBS packages, we are still focusing on legacy packages and trying to figure out the next steps for that. So there are no major updates for OBS. And speaking of the presentation that was announced previously, since we had to discuss the legacy packages, we moved it, and Nitish will do that presentation about his LFX project in January. And the next is supply chain security. I will hand that over to Adolfo. Do you want to take care of that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now, so the most important thing going on is this Friday, we're having, well, it's not the most important thing probably, but it's certainly one taking a lot of effort. This Friday, we're having the Cloud Native Security Slam together with CNCF. This is an event where new contributors signed up, and basically we're going to guide them to take a look at some of the Kubernetes projects, not Kubernetes itself, but some of the sub-projects, and see where we can help them improve their release processes. And the main goal with this is, one, improve the security of those projects, two, kind of normalize a little bit the release practices across the project, and three, spread a little bit more of the use of our tools. So as part of this, there are two things that we need to do. One, we are sort of polishing our tools to make sure that they're ready for the day of the event, which is going to be Friday. And the second one is on Friday, we're gonna have like some sort of webinar where the contributors are gonna come, and we're gonna basically tell them what those tasks are gonna be. We're defining the tasks that they're gonna be doing. Things like, oh, if you're building images, build them inside the community infrastructure. Make sure you're building an SBOM. Make sure you're generating provenance as part of your project and all of that. So we're so there those are the tasks from SIG Release, and then there's going to be another set of tasks coming from CNCF, basically around there's a thing called CLO monitor. I'm not sure if people are familiar with it. I'm going to link it in the chat. And CLO monitor is kind of a catalog of projects, and it gives you some insights into some aspects of the projects. And these are around how their licensing is documented, the documentation of the project, some sort of security aspects of the project. So the idea is we want to get the Kubernetes projects into CLO monitor and improve their scores as much as we can. So those are the tasks that we're preparing. On Friday, as I mentioned, we're gonna have a webinar which is gonna be running for a couple of hours, where the contributors gonna show up and ask questions and pick tasks, and we're gonna guide them on what to do. So probably if anybody wants to help guiding them, let me know and I can invite you. There's still low sign up from the Kubernetes side. We were expecting more projects to sign up, and we only heard back from 1 or 2 SIGs. So I think this week I'm gonna start bothering people directly to see if they want to sign up, and we can help them, improve their release practices. But yeah, that's coming up this Friday. So we're gonna be sending a couple of PRs to improve our actions, some of our tools, and get ready for this. So that's basically what we've been doing this in the past week. And I don't know if there are any questions around the event or.
Yeah, I have a question. You said that the signups were kind of low on the Kubernetes side. Is that something people can still sign up for? It looks like the registration is closed if you try to click through on the page.
Exactly. So as a contributor, as an individual contributor, the registration is now closed. I mean, if anybody here wants to sign up, just let me know and I can add you to the list, no problem. But yeah, on the project side, so our plan was I sent 2 emails to Dev Kubernetes, to the mailing list, and I was expecting them to write back to me, to discuss where they are and where the help could be better targeted. But I only heard back from like 3 persons. And I mean, we're still looking for projects who want to participate. And even if you have a small project that only releases 1 image or some binary, there's still work to do there, I'm sure. And yeah, well, that's it for this week. So I hope we can get something fun. Oh, by the way, people who sign up, and this is, I don't want to bribe anybody or anything, but those who sign up to help are gonna to help or to participate are gonna I think they're gonna get like a hoodie or something from CNCF. So that's pretty cool.
Cool. Thank you for the info on that. It sounds like it'll be super exciting. Any other questions on that topic? Do we have any items for the help wanted section right now?
It was just that if people want to sign up to help guide, you're more than welcome to.
All right. We will move on to the release team now. Priyanka.
Hey everyone. A few updates, mock stage and release runs for 129 are completed. Thank you, Sasha and team. I have a question regarding the no mock stage and release runs. When do we plan to start the process tomorrow? Um, just want to get an idea. If it falls like late night for me, I can maybe schedule some email comms for that, or at least be ready.
I don't know if we've officially decided a official kickoff time. I'm happy to do it U.S. morning, but if we want to kick it off earlier, or someone else on the release team wants to kick it off earlier, I'm happy to do so to accommodate others in different time zones. So I don't know if that's been decided yet. I don't know if folks have any other strong opinions on when we actually start the release.
I don't think we have decided, but I also would like to get some insights on the embargo. Jeremy, I think you pointed out, or Marco, I don't recall. I think we had that discussion somewhere in a previous thread. Jeremy, you pointed out we decide that, but what do we really want to do for 129? Or
Marco
how
has
does
his
that
hand up, so I'll let
conversation
him.
really happen?
I'll let Marco go first, but I'll answer your question after that.
Yeah, I think about the embargo, it boils down that it is up to us, but that we should keep the CNCF informed about what we decide and when we plan to do the stuff. Speaking of the release time, I would personally prefer that we do it in morning European time zone, because we had quite a not so great experience with packages recently, where it took 12 hours to build packages. So I think it is the best to start early as possible. So if we end up in a safe situation, that we don't have to delay the release. So yeah, I can help with kicking off tomorrow my morning, and yeah, we can wait for image promotion and stuff for you folks, for US folks to wake up, and then we can resume.
It looks like Arno mentioned in chat 9 a.m. IST potentially, which would be earlier. Even maybe Arno kicks it off and then you pick it up, Marco, and then we got as much time as we need there.
Yeah, sounds good.
So just a note, so far I have informed CNCF of just a blank date, December 13. I have not mentioned any time, so I think we are okay there. Finishing any time during December 13 in any time zone, I believe. Yeah. And I'm good with morning European time, looking at the RC2 experience recently. I'll finish the last two updates. Retro 2 is scheduled for 15 minutes after this meeting, so we'll be having a call. Let me know if you need the invites if that's not already there. I'll also need some help to have the PR ready for lifting code freeze right after we are done with release. So I think anybody from the release managers or Jim, you can help me with that.
Yeah, we can totally prepare a PR to lift code freeze.
Thank
Have
you.
that ready to go for tomorrow.
And last one is for you, Jeremy, because I know you are from the cloud readiness team. I got this question from one of the media interviews, set of questions. Something just a general, did we make any improvements regarding cloud readiness this cycle, 129?
I don't think there was an update to the questionnaire itself. I would say that prod readiness has shown a improvement if you look at historically since it was implemented. I think also there's been a real focus from the current prod readiness approvers to expand the team and bring more folks on to make that process more robust with more capacity.
Yeah. I believe like a quick answer would be we had shadows this cycle. Do you have a number of how many shadows we had?
I can give you
I'll
that
just
number.
have
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. That's all from me. Well, I just recalled 130 shadow applications is also out. So anyone who is looking forward to apply for shadows or just coming back to the release team, the form is out. I can paste the link in the agenda after this.
Thank you so much. Any questions for Priyanka or the release team? I have one question. Are you excited that it's done? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, very much ready. I just want it done now. So don't want any more hiccups on any side, absolutely.
It's always an adventure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Mhm.
All right. Now we can move into our open discussion items, and the first one on the list looks like it's from Mohammed regarding Kuberentes E2E images.
All right, hi there. So I'm currently working on Keepkin's E2E V2 image. So for those of you who know, this is the main image that we use for all our E2E testing, or like generally in Prow. The image that we have today, it's kind of bloated, and it's full of a lot of craft and dependencies that we don't really need. But one of the main reasons why I need a V2 image right now is etcd are looking to run some tests on ARM nodes, and our image doesn't have an ARM version, so I need to build one. So I'm using that opportunity to get rid of a lot of craft, which I have. So the PR is one with a really slim Docker file with a lot of craft from the CI gone. I anticipate that etcd can use that immediately, as well as all the other projects who don't really need a lot of the legacy stuff that's available in old image. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some plus ones from release engineering, as you are approvers for the old image, as well as the new one as well. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. I'll take a look after the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions on that topic? Sorry. Okay, next up, Marco. Should we cancel meetings for the week of 25 December and 1 January? I would vote yes. I would leave it to everybody else. Looks like Sasha also +1 that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll take an action to cancel those. All right, Lori, the floor is yours.
Thanks. Just wanted to come here and share that we're
Can't really hear you.
Oh, yeah. How about now? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to share that we're planning the next session on the artifact validation work. This time we will review actual items in the GitHub project board we've created based on our past conversations, and break them down further to get clearer on the goals, but also to help anybody who takes those items to get working. It's just much easier when you have more context than a blank slate, or roughly a blank slate. So the milestones and tasks or rather the objectives and tasks are identified in those issues to the extent that we've covered them in past sessions. And there's also context points that surface during those conversations, but we can go further. And I was also interested in working on the Kubernetes users related issue. Just understand like what they're looking for and expecting from releases. And I was wondering if anybody here has CNCF insight. I'm a little out of the loop these days, and like which groups might be best to hit up for potential mailing lists that we could use to send out surveys to Kubernetes users. We're targeting the consumers of the releases, and so that would be the group that if we had some mailing list or some easy way to reach out to them, would be great.
So what's that issue? I kind of don't have like a...
An issue in the project board, and it specifically relates to collecting information from users. Yeah, thanks. I see Arno has posted a link. I was wondering. So I've participated in those in the past, so I'm not sure. Like, that's a good start for sure.
I would like to quickly comment on that we have been generally struggling with trying to reach users because we don't really have a mailing list beside the Kubernetes announce where we can reach out to users. And even with CNCF, they have been using their media channels. So this is like only the end users that are in the CNCF that are like, I don't know, sponsoring CNCF as far as I know. So even that doesn't cover all users. The list is much bigger. But yeah, we can try reaching out to CNCF directly and seeing if they can boost on social medias and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think my recent experience with the long-term support working group, we're doing a survey right now, and I think that it really, there isn't a great single mechanism for engaging that population. It really comes down to people sharing it on socials, people sharing it on LinkedIn, working their network, maybe leveraging. Some of us work for large cloud providers, and I think we can maybe get some. We can share that internally to have it shared with customers. But it has been less efficient than I had hoped it would be with the long-term support working group. We've gotten over 200 responses on the survey now, so it's not a small number, but I would have liked to see a lot more.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. I mean, of course, you know, user base is huge.
Yeah, it's a small sample size for the potential space.
Yeah. I wonder if you know, we could sync offline. I wonder if your survey results could help us cover some of those gaps.
Yeah, I think so. There are we asked a lot of questions about, it was largely focused on upgrade experience and how people consume releases. I think there might be some other ones.
That's what we're looking for. So that could be sufficient to get a good start on this.
Yeah, I can ping you on
And
Slack after this.
we could craft some ideas that we could populate externally, like, you know, giving people some choices and seeing if they resonate, if people respond to like potential enhancements, things like that. Or if they're willing to do face-to-face interviews, those can always be really helpful for really.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any other questions on that topic?
Just please take the doodle if you'd like to participate in breaking those issues down, because we'll get started probably. I think tomorrow is too short notice, but Thursday, Friday, and Monday are the days of choice. So you don't have much time.
I added one open topic at the end. Couldn't be here today, but there's a newer person on my team at Microsoft named Danny who wants to do some SIG release contributions. So he started taking a look at the current RELN scripts that we are struggling with when we do branch cuts. So he's going to take a first stab at converting them to Go so they're a little bit more maintainable, and then we can take a look at some iterations on those things. Should be pretty fun. He should be here at the next SIG release meeting. He had a conflict this morning. And then I had dumped something on the future topics a long time ago from Sertash, also at Microsoft, who wanted to demo Project Copacetic, which is a way of doing image patching. Would anybody be interested in seeing that? I think Adolfo has already seen it in another context, but if anybody's interested in seeing that, we can schedule that for sometime in January.
I think it's, I mean, whatever the outcome, I think it's something interesting for everybody in this group to see. But
All right, cool. I'll put something on the agenda for after January, or after the new year. All right. Does anybody have any other topics they'd like to discuss before we drop off today?
just a quick one. There's this cross SIG effort going on to improve the Kubernetes security feed, and all sorts of goodness arising from that effort. I've been working on some sort of a demo that I'm planning to present probably to, since we're not having our meeting next week. I already asked in SIG Security, and they're gonna have their security tooling meeting next week. So hopefully I can. I'm hoping to get it in a good enough state to show in that meeting, and if anybody wants to join and see what the future of the Kubernetes security feed could look like, join that one.
Sweet. I'm excited about that.
Sorry, can you please repeat what is that meeting? It's SIG security
Tooling.
Security
Tooling.
tooling, yeah, on Tuesday, I think. It's on the 20th, Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, however much more of that Tuesday there is. And good luck on the release tomorrow, folks. Hand up, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I have a very basic doubt that I'm looking forward to applying to as a release shadow. I have one of my PR merged in for docs, but I'm looking forward to CI signal. But I'm not sure like how can I make myself as a uh, contributor who can stand out in the pool of applications. Could you please guide on that?
I didn't get the last part. What was that? You're looking for apply? To apply?
I'm looking forward to apply as CI signal shadow. So I have basic experience working with like GitHub automations and CI/CD, but I would like to be apply as a credible contributor. Could you please guide on that part?
Yeah, I mean I think Priyanka linked the survey before. I don't know, in the chat or in the agenda.
Am I audible, Adolfo? I just wanted to share a bit that we are not, so because of the process changes we had this cycle,
Okay.
we'll be having release signal team, not a CI signal separately. And since
Oh.
this is a new team integration for 130, there will be no new shadow applications accepted, at least from this pool of applicants for release signal team. We'll be just forming that team out of 129 and previous shadows.
Yeah.
So for 130, there won't be new shadow selections for release signal team, but 131 after definitely. And uh, maybe to answer your specific question, Raksh, I think there is a lot of information in CI signal, actually the new release
Yeah.
signal handbook. I think that would be the source of truth for what is really required. There is not a lot of technical um, work required. All you need to be aware of is PROW and test grade and how to read those information. I think there are a few talks and resources available on Kubernetes documentation, and you can find out KubeCon talks as well. So that would be good enough to get started with the prerequisite requirement for that. And I would say, since we are not accepting new release signal shadows for 130, you can participate in 130, like rather like whether as a shadow for any other role, or maybe like if you are willing to apply just for CI signal or release signal in 131, maybe participate in the meetings and just get familiar with what people are doing in that particular role.
Sure. 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 Thank you, Priyanka. Could you please tell me any specific roles which are considering new applicants for 129? So
I
could you
think
look into
other than release signals, all will be accepting new applicants.
All right.
So
Sure.
docs, enhancements, release notes, comms, all will be accepting new shadows.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Priyanka. And this is only this time because of the merging of the teams, but hopefully the process will be there in place for the next ones.
Yeah.
Also, Adolfo, is it possible to join for a security slam? Are you making a list for participants, by the way?
Yeah, I mean the sign up is now closed, but if you want to get in, I can get you into the list. So
Sure. Could you please share a link for the same, or I'll just ping you in Slack.
yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for those questions. It was useful to get onto the recording so we could include it for everybody else to hear. And look forward to seeing you around SIG Release in the future as well. All right, everybody have a great one. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.